if there's one reason why you might still be single at the moment, it might be because you're simply not allowing yourself to take enough action that is required. It is unfortunately the easiest thing in the world to say, everything's just too difficult, and the hardest thing in the world to sometimes say, I need to try harder. And unfortunately, because when you're coaching and working with me, I really want you to have that personal responsibility. And I also want to teach you not some sort of magic mystical trick to bring women into your life, but actually the real work that you need to do to create non-standard change. I want it to bring it back to what is your responsibility and how you can encourage yourself to take more action. So the first thing that we want to look at is that idea of rejection. If you allow rejection to see rejection everywhere and to believe that all the time women are rejecting you, instead of seeing the fact that actually a woman's first reaction is much more of a reflection of how she feels that day rather than about you, that is going to ding your motivation levels, and you're going to be finding it hard to go out and meet the amount of women that you need to meet in order to gain more experience and to get the connections that you actually want. Secondly, if you are too focused on that one woman who's been your friend or that one woman you've liked for ages who has, important point, clearly said that she's not looking for the same things as you, again, all your time and energy is sort of stuck over there. And what we need to do is we need to bring it back so you can take more action elsewhere. Action, by the way, to me could be improving your online dating profile. It could be sending more messages. It could be getting better social media. It could be learning how to meet women in real life. It could be improving your social circles. It could be moving to a town or a city where there's way more women to meet. It could be working on your lifestyle. There are so many ways that we can take action that is going to create the right results for you. And if you're not taking action, or if you feel that there's nothing left to do, that's where we really need you to start to put the work in and look critically and think, okay, what haven't I tried yet, or what could I do differently? Taking action also means getting rid of your excuses. Now, we all have excuses for not doing things, and excuses often come up when we feel a bit of fear around doing stuff. And there is no area of our life that makes us feel more fearful or makes us feel a bit more vulnerable than dating. Dating always brings up all of those uncertainties. So I want you to look out for and notice, is your mind helpfully saying every time you see an attractive woman, she's out of my league, I can't approach her because other people are listening, she's on her phone, she's with a friend, it's rude, I don't know what to say, I'm wearing the wrong shoes? What I want us to do is to really, instead of letting those excuses stop you from taking the action that you want, I want you to really get in charge of them. Now, some of these excuses could even be to do with how you choose to view yourself. You could be saying, I don't want to be that creepy guy, or I don't want to be that player, I don't identify with being that kind of like bad guy, that's not who I want to be. Now, I want us to do a few things to help to resolve this. First of all, I need you to know women want to meet men just as much as men want to meet women. We might not go about it in exactly the same way, but people still really, really want to meet one another. However, women really want to be approached with guys in a way that is respectful and that is modern. If you are a more considerate guy and you hold yourself back because you don't want to be that player or that jerk, in fact, what you're doing is you're stopping women from seeing that there's this whole other group of awesome guys that are out there. So instead of just not approaching at all, I need you to go out there and learn how to approach in a way that really represents you super well. I also want you to understand that approaching women isn't just about being really super ultra nice to them, because sometimes that niceness can hide an agenda where you want something a bit different. Instead, it's actually usually better to be honest and direct about what you want and do it in a way that is respectful. I want you right now to have a look and make a list of what your common excuses are for not taking action. Now, the reason I want you to do this is I'm a big believer that when you get to know your excuses, when you actually can stop yourself mid-excuse and go, that is definitely an excuse, it helps you to dismiss that excuse and start to take action. I want you to start to list down every time where and when you're coming up with an excuse, whether it's I can't go to that social gathering because I'm too tired. Whatever your excuse is, let's get to know those excuses and let's start getting in control of them and starting to challenge them. You have a left-hand column, that's where you write down your excuse, and in the right-hand column, I want you to write down what your resolution to that excuse excuses. So for instance, if your excuse is, I don't know what to say, your resolution is, I'm just going to go and say hi and see what happens. So all along, we're going to start to really keep track of what our excuses are and start to break them down to enable you to take some more action.